She said it like she was doing me a favor. Honestly, you're exhausting. I need space. I need to feel like myself again. No calls, no texts. Then she grabbed the overnight bag. Yeah, the fancy one she only uses when she's out to impress, and walked out like she was catching a cab, not leaving a marriage. No glance back, no tears. Just the soft snap of the door closing, and the kind of silence that hangs like fog. I sat still. No reaction. Just stare at the door like it might change its mind. It didn't. I didn't miss her yet, but something itched at me. That word, freedom, that doesn't slip out unless you practiced it. And her grip on the doorknob, too calm, too certain, like she'd done this before. By morning, her Instagram was flashing like an alarm. Rib-eyes plated like artwork. Penthouse view, hotel suite that billed higher per night than our rent. 2 wine glasses. Her smile reflected in the curve of one. A stranger's version of her, beaming like she'd been reborn. I watched the stories vanish. Then I texted, pathetic, back with your ex already. Her reply was immediate. Don't humiliate yourself. I said I needed time. Fix your insecurity. She signed it off like a therapist, like I should thank her for this awakening. But I wasn't dumb. Ethan was her old flame. Married now. Kids. Looked stable on the surface. But paper catches fire. And she was holding the match. 2 weeks went by. Then she started calling. 1 ring, 2, then dozens. Voicemail stacking up like dust on a shelf. Hey, can we talk? I'm sorry for how I handled it. Please, just call. I didn't. Not because I couldn't, but because I was still building the exit. We'd been married 4 years. Met in some indie coffee shop. Cringe, I know. She smiled like she saw right through me and still stayed. I dove in head first. Thought she did too. Maybe she did, for a time. But by year 2 after the job title changed. So did she. I faded into background. Solid, predictable, disposable. I ignored the signs. Late meetings. Passwords on everything. Calling me dude like I was her college roommate. Then one night she stumbled in a little buzzed. Dropped her phone. Didn't lock it. A message popped up from Ethan. Still crave that taste. That was the crack. I didn't confront her. Just observed. Patterns tell truths, if you're quiet enough to see them. I brought in Silas, buddy from my past life. Military, now in private ops, with a lens addiction. He tracked her for days. Airport lounges, upscale restaurants. 1 business trip to Chicago where she never made it near her office. I put together a tidy little dossier. Stamps of time, pictures, bookings. Even caught them lip-locked outside his Lexus. Same one he drove to school events. While she lived in her fantasy, I did the math. First stop, accounts. She didn't know I had my own. I moved half the shared funds there, legally. Quiet, precise. Then froze the rest. Fraud alert. Paperwork was watertight. The house? Always mine. She liked picking curtains. I signed the deed. Locks changed 2 days before she started begging. When I finally picked up, I kept my tone flat. You wanted space. You got it. She chuckled, awkward, unsure. Baby, I was just overwhelmed. I know what you meant. Silence. You saw the photos, didn't you? I saw the wedding ring. I said, more silence. I messed up. No, you decided. Then I hung up. The next morning, I sent an email. Anonymous. Clean metadata. To Ethan's wife. Dates. Places. Screenshots. One of them kissing. Another of her in a hotel robe with his initials on the chest. The fallout? Swift. His wife flipped the whole board. Divorce. Custody. Half the business. Corporate found out. Clean-cut family image and all. He was out before the weekend. Her? Cut off. No backup plan. Blocked. Ghosted. Gone. 3 days later, she showed up. No makeup. Red eyes. You destroyed me, she whispered. I stepped out and said, no, I just handed you the freedom you wanted. She reached out. I didn't budge. Please. I have nowhere else. I looked at her, really looked. The woman I once gave everything to, now empty. You had it all, I said, and you torched it. Now sit in the smoke. I shut the door. 30 days later, the papers were signed. I kept the house, the money, and my pride. She crashed at a friend's. Didn't last. Tried dating again. But the city? It remembers. And screenshots never die. Me? I sleep now. Not because she left, but because when she finally looked back, I wasn't waiting. This was a revenge. It was a mirror to show her that the man she called suffocating was the air she didn't realize she needed. And when she did, I let her choke.